Clap.
5 mysterious real-life X-Files. From people claiming to live in countries that don't exist to mysterious ghostly car crashes, join us as we investigate 5 unexplained real-life X-Files. Number 5. The Mysterious Man from Taured. In July 1954, a plane landed at Haneda Airport in Japan. As the passengers made their way through immigration, a man was questioned by officials. The man, who was European in appearance, claimed to be visiting Japan on business, and that it was his 3rd trip to the country in less than a year. When asked where he was from, the man said he was a resident of a country called Taured. After much deliberation, the officials showed the man a map of the world. The man pointed to Andorra, claiming that that was the location of the mysterious country Taured. Frustrated, he began questioning the officials about the validity of their map, believing it to be some kind of joke. The man had in his possession several different European currencies along with extensive employment documentation. His passport was issued by Taured and had several stamps already in it, including some from previous visits to Japan. Confused, the officials rang the man's supposed employer. They had no knowledge of the man ever working for them. The man was taken to a nearby hotel where he was placed under guard until the matter could be resolved. When the officials returned to further question the man, he had mysteriously vanished along with all his belongings. Number 4. Time-traveling Rudolph fence. In 1950, a man around the age of 30 was reported to have suddenly appeared in Times Square, then get hit by a car and die. Witnesses claim that the man looked startled and confused just prior to the accident. The unknown man reportedly had large mutton chop sideburns and was wearing 19th century clothing. Officials at the morgue examined the body and found in his possession a copper beer token, a bill for the care of a horse and the washing of a carriage, and a letter from Philadelphia dated June 1876 addressed to one Rudolph Fence. The investigating officer began a search to identify the man. Contacting the bank, the investigator was told that Fence died 5 years prior, but that his wife was still alive living in Florida. The investigator contacted the woman and, after hearing the inspector's unusual story, informed him that her husband's father had mysteriously disappeared in 1876 after not returning from his evening walk. He was 29 years of age. In 2000, researcher Chris Orbeck concluded that the story was fabricated and that it was based on a fictional story that was published around the same time. In 2002, a pastor by the name of George Murphy claimed that the Fence account was based on a short story by science fiction writer Jack Finney entitled I'm Scared. However, in 2007, a researcher working in the Berlin News Archive claimed to have found an article about Rudolph Fence, written 5 months before the short story was even published. The article is said to detail Fence's story just as it was reported in 1950. Number 3. The Pollack Twins. On the 5th of May 1957 in Hexham, UK, Jacqueline and Joanna, daughters of John and Florence Pollack, were tragically hit by a car and killed on their way to church. 1 year later, the devastated couple moved away from the small town and gave birth to twin girls, Jennifer and Gillian. Soon after the birth, John noticed that Jennifer had a white mark across her forehead that mirrored a scar his deceased daughter Jacqueline used to have. He also noticed that Jennifer had a birthmark on her leg identical to Jacqueline's. When the girls were 4, their parents brought them back to Hexham to visit old friends. The twin girls immediately began recognizing places in the town even though they had never been there before. Confused, John and Florence decided to show the young twins several toys that used to belong to their deceased siblings. Incredibly, the twins recognized and named every single toy. Even more bizarre was the twins' ability to recount in detail the events leading up to their sisters' deaths. The unexplained behavior continued until the girls were 5 and then completely stopped. Number 2. The ghostly hands of Dartmoor. In the 1920s, a series of fatal accidents occurred along a stretch of road in Postbridge, Dartmoor, UK. One evening an accident occurred, but this time a man managed to survive. The man woke up in hospital visibly shaken. He told investigators that as he approached the accident-prone area, he suddenly felt a pair of rough, hairy hands grab and wrench at the steering wheel, causing him to swerve off the road. Several other crash survivors told eerily similar tales. Another account involved a couple who claimed a ghostly hand attacked them while camping near the area. The couple reported that the hand disappeared when the woman used her fingers to make the sign of the cross. Number 1. The West UFO Mystery. The following account is said by many to be some of the most compelling evidence of the existence of extraterrestrials. At 11 AM on Wednesday the 6th of April 1966, more than 200 students and staff from Westall High School and Westall State School in Victoria, Australia, claimed to have witnessed a grey saucer-shaped craft land in a nearby field. The craft, described as about the size of 2 family cars and glowing purple, reportedly descended behind a line of trees where it remained for about 20 minutes. It is said that the object then climbed at great speed and departed in a northwest direction. Several newspapers covered the story, including the Dandenong Journal, which ran 2 separate front-page articles on the unexplained events. GTV Channel 9 television ran a news report of the strange encounter in which a student, Joy Teague, described the object in detail. Sometime after, the footage went missing. Channel 9 reported that the footage was removed from their archive and was never returned. On April 8, 2006, a witness reunion was held at the Westall Tennis Club to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the mysterious incident. What in the blazes? That's some spooky ass stuff right there. Has anything strange happened to you? Tell us your paranormal stories in the comments section below. But as always, thanks heaps for watching. Remember to share this around on Facebook and Twitter. If you really want to help us out, click that thumbs up button. That would be amazing. And this is the Slap Time signing off.